Brady's greatest accomplishment?
I have.
If he wins the Super Bowl with this team.
Correct.
So, Shannon, do you agree with Skip on that one?
Disagree with Skip.
Shocking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's not. They were the preseason favorites to win Super Bowl 53. For me, his greatest accomplishment, Skip, is 2016. Dealing with the offseason, what he had to deal with. Deflategate. Am I suspended? Okay, you're suspended. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. He sits down those 4 games. He comes back. And after week 12, he had no Rob Gronkowski. He falls behind 28-3 in the Super Bowl. And to come back, and you know the numbers. I mean, you know the fourth quarter and overtime numbers where you got them in grand. I'm surprised you got
246.
I'm surprised you ain't got a tattoo.
2 touchdowns. I have no tattoos.
If you had a tattoo, that's what it would
right
be.
here, Shannon.
So,
No, I just have a 12. That's all I would need.
whatever.
Imagine.
I think 2016 is the greatest accomplishment, Skip. Because if
It was great.
From week 8 on, only the Bears, only the Chicago Bears, who led the NFL in scoring D as a whole, since week 8, only the Bears have a better scoring D than the New England Patriots. So
In 2016.
No. This year.
Oh, this year?
This year.
I
Yeah, you didn't know that. That's what I do. What? Skip, I was up all night.
Really?
Yeah. Taking note of those, me and Steve. Steve said, Shannon, I'm tired. I got to go to bed. You know, I live a long ways. I said, I don't care, Steve. We need to, because I know we got to come.
You could have looked it up by yourself.
No. Me and Steve, we're a tandem.
Oh.
Yeah, we work hand in hand together.
I think one hand pulls
I
you.
love how he's this mystery figure.
See,
Yes.
again, so let me get this straight. They have the number 5 running attack in football. Tom Brady is the 3rd least sacked quarterback in all of football. Since week 8, they gave up the fewest points behind Chicago at 16 points a game. And you want this to be his greatest accomplishment? I think 2016, given what he had to deal with in the offseason, served the 4-game suspension, played the better part of what? 6 weeks, 8 weeks without Rob Gronkowski, who was dominant. He ain't the same Gronk as he was back then, Skip. You know that, I know that. But to do what he did, I think that was probably his greatest achievement. I don't think this because they were favored from the jump. Yeah, they had a little, what team doesn't go through a little ups and downs during the course of the season? That's what the NFL is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm going to disagree. I don't think this will be his greatest achievement. I think 2016 is.
And I will tell you why one more time, this is easily his greatest achievement. Because yes, they were ranked. They had the best odds before the season started, but they soon fell to 5th. That was later in the season in the Super Bowl odds.
5th, not 15th?
5th.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they fell the 5th best odds to get to the Super Bowl.
And they went into the playoffs 4th best, behind Saints, Rams, and Chiefs. So they were not any prohibitive favorite the way they usually are going into the playoffs. And they're usually the prohibitive favorite because of that quarterback. But this year, obviously, Tom Brady lost his only semblance of a deep threat. Josh Gordon, who was there for 11 games, wasn't quite what he used to be, according to the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe. But then they lost him, and obviously they lost last year's legit deep threat, Brandon Cooks, because he got traded to, the Rams. Oh, that's great. So now they have to deal with the Rams. And as you kept telling me all year long, Rob Gronkowski is a broken down shell of himself on his last legs, and we both believe this will be his final NFL game in this Super Bowl, correct? And then we get to Sony Michel, who came on at the end of the year and had a nice burst at the end of the year. But seriously, is he Todd Gurley? Is he C.J. Anderson?
Bleacher Report said yeah.
He's not. He's just not. What does Shannon Sharpe say?
Well,
no,
it's your turn to talk. It's your turn.
Well, I'm just telling you,
I don't want to talk over you.
And this defense is pretty much the same defense that gave up 41 points to the Eagles' backup quarterback last year in the Super Bowl. That guy, Nick Foles, that they're going to let walk right out of Philadelphia. Yeah. So he's going to be walking away from them, Foles, right?
Yeah.
Not walking to them, walking away from them. Really? Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, to replace Tom Brady?
I'm just throwing that out there.
That's a good point. You know what? I'm going to just jump ahead to because Tom Brady has had to overcome this steady drumbeat that turned into this runaway train of criticism led in large part by the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe. Father Time has tapped him on both shoulders, that he has lost velocity, he has lost accuracy, and he has ultimately lost his nerve in the pocket, said Shannon Sharpe. Right? Yeah. That's why this is his greatest achievement. repeatedly through this whole year. But this defense that you're raving about, do you realize it gave up to Blake Bortles 373 yards passing and 4 touchdowns and a QBR of 95? That's how good this defense was earlier in the year. And they started to come together. But remember, it was just a lot of AFC East teams.
But
right?
I see what you're talking about, Coach Belichick's defense. Yeah. What did Tom Brady do in that game?
And you didn't point out that Coach Belichick's defense at home against Kansas City gave up 31 in the second half on Sunday Night Football. And then at Kansas City in the championship game, Pat Mahomes had the ball for a grand total of 3 minutes in the fourth quarter and scored 24 points on Belichick's defense, top-rated defense. Baloney!
What?
Baloney! Tom Brady had to overcome this defense all year long. And what happened on the final play at Miami after Tom Brady had his best game? Disaster happened. Something that Bill Belichick has never let happen under his watch happened. They gave up a 69-yard, whatever it was, Miami miracle play that was just impossibly bad.
Bad look.
And guess what? It sent them to Kansas City on the road, in the cold, in the loudest outdoor stadium other than Seattle,
Let me ask you a question. Had New England had the #1 seed, do you believe they'd have had the 4th best odds to get to the Super Bowl?
Probably not. It probably would have helped just a little bit.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
Tom Brady went to Kansas City. You said he couldn't do that because you said he couldn't beat the Chargers.
They only won one playoff.
Yeah.
You know that they only won one playoff game since 1993 in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yet, Tom Brady had not won a road playoff game since 2006.
Yeah.
Think about that. We're in 2019. He had not won a road playoff game since 2006. He was 3-4 on the road. And what happened in the AFC Championship game? Tom Brady gave you his first and only signature road playoff win. That's an achievement, man. That's sensational.
Well, and considering that Arizona, that KC, it was 13 years before Tom Brady got his last road playoff win that they won a home playoff game. So how impressive.
Then help me out. Why did you pick Kansas City?
Because
you were sure of it.
I thought their defense would show better. I thought the defense would show better than what they showed.
Well, it's against odds, man.
Clearly, I was
odds.
Clearly, I was wrong.
Okay. Well, he just kept beating longer and longer odds, beating the Chargers that you like. It was your Super Bowl pick.
But you keep telling me
this is his greatest achievement. Look at all that he had to overcome to get here. And plus, at 41, he has to hear the noise. You say he blocks out the noise, but he said the other day at the Super Bowl, he said some of it trickles through.
Sure.
That's what he said.
All of it trickles through.
How could it not?
I've been trying to figure out, Skip, you know, in these 2 of these 3 Super Bowls they lost, they scored 17 and 14. But the GOAT, how you do that? And in the second half, Jenny, do you know in 2 of the 3 losses, in the second half, Tom Brady-led offenses scored 7 points?
So how do you explain, Shannon Sharp, that Tom Brady with 2 minutes left pulled off yet another fourth quarter game-winning drive against the New York Football Giants to go up 14-10? That should have stood up if, in fact, Bill Belichick is that guy.
The only 7 points he got. If Tom Brady's that guy, hold on. Hold on. You average in the regular
season. Bill Belichick have closed that deal?
Hold on. So in other words, if Coach Belichick is that guy, the defensive guru, the mind that he is, he should be able to close the deal in which Tom Brady. But Tom Brady's that guy. Shouldn't he score more than 7 points in the second half? When you average 33 one year and 37 the next?
Should 14-10 have stood up?
No, not with Tom Brady.
Oh, not with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady doesn't play defense.
Tom Brady.
You know what? They should let him try.
Tom Brady
He'd be really good.
Tom Brady, no Under Armour pajamas can get you 21 points.
Interesting.
What happened, Skip?
So now, greatest achievement gets capped off by Tom Brady going up against a team that has much better weapons than you'd give the Rams all the checks on all the weapons, right? Sure, you just would.
Give me Coach Belichick.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Give me Coach Belichick.
Well, give me the Rams defense because on paper with Wade Phillips coaching it, it's much better than Belichick's defense. You know that, and I know that.
But we don't do it on paper. The only thing we do on paper is scratch and draw. We scratch and draw. That's the only thing we do on paper.
Yeah, I'll give you Coach Belichick for last year's Super Bowl because you can have
No.
Yeah.
No. I want him all. Give me Coach Belichick from 2000 on.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see what Tom Brady would have been without him.
He used to be something, and then he
lost
his fastball. I don't know what happened. He lost his passion. He got overruled.
Coach Belichick said I should have me about 8 Super Bowls. If I can get my quarterback to score more than 17 points.
Coach Belichick didn't want Tom Brady to be his quarterback this year. You like that?
I'm talking about the years before.
Oh,
We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about when he scored 14 little measly points. Skip.
Wait
14.
a second. Wait a second. This caps off greatest achievement. Tom Brady is playing for a coach who didn't want him to be the quarterback this year. Game over. He did that. He pulled this off. Wow.
Man, we all been there before, Jenny. I dated a girl for 6 years. I wasn't her first choice. But things happen.
Was the world focused on that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they was focused.
Nobody knew.
How'd you know you
I
were
know.
the first choice?
But you know what? Once she started
Good question.
once she started hanging out with O'Shea, you're like, you know what? You weren't my first choice, but you my best choice.
Really?
Now run tell that, Skip Bayless.
Yeah. Where is she now?
I don't know.
All these explanations
Things happen,
popping
Skip
up this
Bayless.
week. I don't know.
Just like things happen.
I know.
Look, Coach Belichick said, look, I got my bridge to the future in Jimmy G. Mr. Kraft said, no, you don't. I'm going to make you tear that bridge down, and you're going to have to build a new bridge. Coach Belichick says, are you sure this is what you want to do? Okay, Bob. You've been great to me. You let me have my way. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it.
Is that what he said?
It was that simple as well.
You know what? I don't think that was his tone of voice at that point. Because that was simply the first time in his whole tenure in Foxborough in which he was overruled. That's the first time in his whole head coaching tenure dating back to Cleveland in which an owner said no to Bill Belichick. Want to bet on that? That would be it. That would be the only time.
And so, he's like, I'm pretty sure he probably has some harsh words. He's like, Robert, I don't agree with you on this. You've always trusted my judgment, and my judgment has been spot on.
Yep.
But I'm gonna listen to you on this one. I just want you to know. You're on the island by yourself.
Yeah.
It looks like it was the right decision.
It sure does. Because in the end, Tom Brady had to know in his heart of hearts, I'm playing against my own coach.
No, he's
this
not.
year. That's what he was doing.
Coach Belichick was still going in, and he's still game planning. They're